Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Del and you're here to be extra with Del. So just like that, you guys, 6 months maybe, I think, 6 months ago, we crowned Miss Mexico as our Miss Universe 2020. That was questionable, but we're moving on. Oh, by the way, I was able to do a sit-down interview with Miss Peru's second runner-up, Janique Maceta del Castillo. I have a link of that in the bottom, in the comment page. Check it out. It was a really pleasant interview. So if you have time or if you're interested, check it out. But we're here again to kind of like dissect the top 12 candidates of Miss Universe 2021. So many stunning women, so many personalities, so many capable women to take the crown this year. So please don't be offended if your country's not in there, but you know, it is what it is. Some girls stand out than more, and it doesn't really matter where you're from. So Philippines, don't get upset because you're not in this, because Beatrice is not gonna be placing. I'm sorry. So shall we start? So we're gonna start with number 12, and that's going to be Miss Universe Thailand, Angeli Scott Kemes. She is very beautiful. She's a curve model. She's obviously an advocate for body positivity. I don't mind that. However, I don't like the fact that she's kind of just like using that to kind of get ahead of the game, kind of, you know. So you know, to me it's just like, yeah, we know you're plus size, but you don't have to talk about it all the time. Like, you know, just be you and like represent you. And I think we love when people are more themselves than just like, you know, advocating for something and it becomes just about like, you know, almost like a fake woke moment with her. And I mean, she's not even that big. She's literally regular size, you know? So she's very beautiful. She's not the most beautiful Thai contestant that they've sent. I thought Amanda last year was really, really pretty. And let's not forget Chalita Swansane, who was the most beautiful Miss Universe Thailand contestant. And then, yeah, I think she's gonna make it. She speaks really well. So yeah, number 12. And for number 11, we have Vietnam, Kim Duen Nguyen Hyung. Chi Chao Vietnam. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but I think that's how you say hi. Anyway, so I'm kind of obsessed with Miss Vietnam, and I think Vietnam is a country that's kind of getting it right, and she's been really working really hard on her English. So kudos to her, and I love that. I love when, you know, people who are, you know, just who has to overcome these kind of like hurdles to get the crown, you know. And she's really working hard to get the crown, and she's doing that by learning English and really trying her best to cram it in such a short period of time. She's obviously very beautiful. I love the long straight black hair on her. Like, hello, like me too. It works on her. It makes her exotic, and I think she actually looks better now that we see her in like United States. I think when she started off, she looked kind of average, but now she's like exotic, a beautiful Asian beauty, like a true Asian beauty, not half white, just true full-blooded Asian beauty. All right, so for our number 10, we have Miss Paraguay. Miss Paraguay is Nadia Ferreira, and she is probably the most intense, beautiful candidate this year. Like, I wouldn't say she's the Janique Maceta, because Janique was kind of like, she was like really unique looking, right? But then she was still kind of like appealing. And, you know, I think with Nadia, she's a little bit like, I don't know, she's just like maybe intimidating. And I feel like the organization has to be able to sell you as your beauty has to be like sellable. Not that she's like not beautiful or anything. She's obviously like beautiful. I mean, like she has the face, the eyes, the pouty lips, which I wish I had. But you know what? She speaks well. She's not the most passionate and kind of like entertaining to talk to, but I mean, you know, I think she'll do well because I think she has experience and she has a lot of followers. She's already well known. She's established. They seem to like that a lot. And But I think it's the personality that might kind of pull her a little bit back, because now she's up against, these top, women, especially from the Latinas are like gonna kill her, like for sure. So for our number 9, we are going to go with South Africa. I know, right? I'm like, wait, she might like not make it again. Because last year I had South Africa in like top 4, I think. But as we know now that they don't give a shit. Like, they don't care about back-to-back anymore. They don't care if your country's a powerhouse. I think it's all about just like, totally on your merits and your skills. So yeah, Miss South Africa, Lalela Mswane or Miss Swain, I don't know. I think it's Miss Swane, I'm not sure. So she's a ballerina, she's a dancer, obviously you can tell. I hope that her costume is gonna be like flamingo or something, because she's gonna look so stunning in that flamingo outfit, and like, she's just beautiful, honestly. But my problem with her is that I really feel like she's too much like Zozabini, even like when in her interview she talks about like, taking up space and being part of, like creating your own space and being a leader, which I have no problem with. But my problem is that you're sort of like mimicking a formula that maybe perhaps that's already been used. So, I think that's a problem to me, because I think being unique, your unique self should be able to win, not what you think should win. So, however, she's stunning. She's gorgeous. So she's going to make it. I think they're going to make up for last year. So for number 8, we have India. Miss India is Harnas Zandu. I probably butchered that. But Harnas is really beautiful. I think she's a little bit more in a simpler beauty though. Very natural beauty. It's not like, oh my God, she's stunning, I think Aldine from last year was a little bit more beautiful than her, I'm sorry. But what I think India has is momentum. Last year they did really well. From the last previous years, they did really well. And I think India, they're always usually naturally just like amazing speaker, and they're always prepared. They know what to say. They're prepped well. My problem, what I'm seeing now with Harnaz, is that she's like definitely being styled very not good. They're making her look old, like, like instead of like giving her outfits that makes her youthful, or like that's gonna be more appealing to the audience that watch or that follows Miss Universe, So I think that might be a problem. So I think they should edge her up a little bit more on the preliminary as well as the final night. But I mean, ultimately, I think, the competition is happening now. And she's very popular. She has like 97 followers on IG. And, India's always going to support her. But I do think that there's a lot, she's not going to stand out against some of the girls that are going to be above this list. For number 7, we have the one and only Miss USA 2021. That's going to be Elle Smith. So Elle Smith is, I think her biggest strength is the fact that she just won. And she's already been prepared for Miss Universe, because Miss USA and Miss Universe is pretty much the same platform. But I think and another thing is that she's well-spoken. Actually, she speaks really well. And I remember watching the Miss USA preliminary. When I saw her, I was immediately like, wow, she's gorgeous. However, though, during this Miss USA, there were so many gorgeous girls, like even the white girls. And usually I love, melanin color. I love melanin. I love ethnic beauty. But a lot of the white girls also were like really, really stunning during Miss USA. But I think Elle Smith stood out because of her ability to speak and connect and the naturalness. And it doesn't seem like she's, forcing it or something like that. But I do think that she looks familiar. Like, we've seen beauty, like, mix white, black beauty. I mean, we've seen that. I mean, she kind of reminds me of Vanessa Williams a little bit, So it's just kind of like her beauty is kind of like outdated. I think that the most beautiful girls that are like going to be on this list are girls that are like more like exotic and more like one race. They're not mixed, you know? So that's what I love. So, but I do think that she's going to make it because she's familiar with the format and she just did it, and her ability to speak well is going to be her strength. For number 6, it's going to be Miss Curacao. So Curacao has been doing really well, and they always send the best looking, the most ready Morena candidates, and I love them. They're stunning. I remember Miss Universe 2018. She was so extra. I loved her. I remember anyway, we're not going to talk about her, but we're going to talk about Sharangela. I'm not sure if I'm like saying her name right. Sharangela, if you're watching this and I'm saying your name right, my apologies. However, she is Black beauty, super stunning. I think she used to live in Europe, Norway, I think. I'm not sure, but she lived there and then she went back to Haiti. She speaks English really well. She has her own clothing line or something like that. And she loves her mom. And I think that's so endearing how she's super connected with her mother, who raised her as a single mother. And she is a women empowerment advocate. And I think she's kind of fierce. She's fierce without trying way too hard. You know, it's just very natural for her. And as I go on to the list that are coming, most of the girls are very natural. And I think that's kind of like going to be the theme this Miss Universe. I think very natural and just like raw talent, raw beauty, basically. And she's one of them. So the next one on our list is number 5. So we're cracking top 5 now, and that is going to be Miss Costa Rica. Okay, if we remember last year, I was obsessed with Miss Costa Rica 2020. I thought she was so gorgeous, and I was actually I didn't notice her until preliminary. And I was like, oh my God, where have you been? She was so stunning. And she was even more stunning during the coronation night. And obviously she went on to do top 10. And people didn't expect that. And I love that. I love the unexpectedness. But this year we expect Miss Costa Rica 21 to go into top 5. She speaks English really well. She talks really well. She is a law student. She has her own accessory brands or something like that. She's an entrepreneur and she has a pretty significant amount of followers. That's important because, social media is important these days. We have to take that into account. Which actually for Miss Curacao, she doesn't have a lot of social media following. So that might be a drawback for her. It would be unfair though, right? So, but I think that Valeria is beautiful, very Latina, very South American look, which I love because it's also very I think it's appropriate to crown her in Israel because maybe they'll look for somebody that kind of embodies a look of an Israeli. I don't know. So yeah, I think she is beautiful and I can't wait to see her in a preliminary and final night. All right, so for our number 4, we have a dark horse. I meant dark horse beauty. So we have Brenda Smith, Lezama of Miss Panama. So I did not expect Panama to stand out like this. I'm like, oh my God, because they're usually not in the mix. But this time they found somebody who actually competed here in the United States before as a teenager. I think she was in Miss Teen Georgia or something like that. So anyway, she is a dark-skinned beauty, so gorgeous. I mean, she is just the most ambiguous beauty that you could think of. She looks mixed Black and Asian and white and Latina at the same time, but I believe she's half Black and Mexican or something like that. I'm not sure. But she is so beautiful. I mean, look at her. She's freaking gorgeous. I mean, you cannot deny that. And, I hope that she speaks really well also. I've seen some of her interviews. And when she speaks, she's very articulate. And she's really she sounds super educated. That's really important because sometimes, I mean, if you're very educated, it will definitely show, as we know, as we see with Zozobini and like Catriona Gray. They are educated and they display that with the way they communicate with people. And Brenda Smith, Lazama is exactly just that. So I have really high hopes for her to be in the top 5, top 4, maybe even top 3. Who knows, But she also has strong followings. So I think all of that factors into why she's going to be in that top 5. So, all right. So for number 3, we have Brazil, Miss Brazil 2021. As we know, Brazil did amazing last year and they kind of screwed her over. I thought that she should have won instead of Miss Universe Mexico. I mean, I really thought Miss Peru should have won, but I mean, if it came down to that night, I really think Brazil should have won last year. So I think this year is the revenge year, and they're sending somebody who is, she's kind of like an exotic blonde bombshell. I mean, she's not just your ordinary blonde girl, and I think that's kind of like amazing. And lately, Miss Universe Brazil has been crowning more the dark skinned beauty and the morenas. And this year they kind of went like Madison Anderson. Remember her from Miss Universe 2019? However, I think Madison I think Teresa is more beautiful than Madison, but Madison, she can talk her way into anything. Seriously, she was such a great speaker. But Teresa Santos is also a great speaker. Her English is not as good as last year's Miss Brazil, I don't think. I mean, I haven't seen much of like her talking in English. Everything is in Portuguese. And I have seen her interview with, I believe it with Miss O or something like that in English. And she, she's obviously translating everything before she speaks. So I think, that's why it's not coming naturally. But I think she has a lot of charm. She's very cute. So she has the ability to look cute, sexy, model-esque, all of that at once. So I think that's kind of be like her advantage. And I think ultimately too, like she's probably somebody who is going to be sellable to people. Like, oh yeah, she's Miss Universe and she's like very welcoming. And so I think she's going to be there in top 3. Okay, so my number 2, who actually was my number 1 before, but then I sort of kind of flipped it with my number 1. So she was always been my number 1. As soon as she was crowned, I was like, oh my God, she is like, what's her name? I forget her name. Miss Universe Venezuela, Stephanie Gutierrez, Miss Universe 2018. I was like, oh my God, they look alike. And I remember Stephanie Gutierrez was stunning, okay? And I love that beauty, that dark skin, morena, very exotic look. And I feel like that's kind of like really where the beauty standard is going and where it is right now. And I think Puerto Rico is a lot of personality. She's very happy. She's very, she's fond of like arts. She loves dancing. She loves singing. She's just full of, she's basically an entertainer. And she does that. And I think that you need that quality to be Miss Universe, to somehow, that you would be able to, bring a bit of entertainment for the fans to draw them in. And I think she can totally do that. And I've seen some of her TikTok videos where she like dances. They're really good. So I think those are kind of like small little assets that Miss Universe would take into account. And, she's a very intelligent woman. She's still really young too, though. She has strong followings, and I don't know, I think her platform is like how she's kind of like, she's I think the first Afro-Latina to come out of Puerto Rico to represent Puerto Rico. So she's kind of breaking the mold a little bit there. I mean, I do think she's more morena than like Afro, but I just think she's really, really pretty and cute. And she gives me Stephanie Gutierrez vibe, and I love that. I'm obsessed with Stephanie Gutierrez. But we'll see, because I don't know what we're gonna do, what we're gonna see from her on preliminary as well as on final night. So And finally, my number one, my top one, and she actually, like, she stood out to me a little bit later on when I started to explore her Instagram more. She's gonna win. I really feel like that she is the package that they're looking for. She's beautiful. Oh my God. And it's like, it's one of those beauty like Catriona Gray and like, well, Catriona Gray, basically. It's the beauty that like, that everybody can agree on. Like, oh my God, she is gorgeous. It's not even subjective. It's like, you look at her and I'm like, she's fucking gorgeous. Like, she is exotic and like intimidating, commercial, edgy, all at once. It's like she can be any of those kind of vibe, and that's what I love. And I think she's a well-spoken girl. She speaks English quite well also, and so I think that's kind of important these days. And I think Spain hasn't won in forever, and I think she would be like perfect to bring back the crown for Spain. And again, I think it's just like she has the it factor. Like I can't even like, I don't even know what to say anymore because it's like, she just has it. She has the it factor. I mean, it all comes down to how she's gonna do on final night, because I really believe that Miss Spain is going to take the crown. And I think, you know, she's gonna be a well-deserved winner. But I mean, who knows? Maybe it's going to be Puerto Rico because they've been doing so well in the last, 5 years. So we don't know. But I do think that they're going to go with Spain. They're going to go with Spain because I don't know. It's an edge factor thing. And I think that, I don't know. She's also like a Save the Earth advocate. So I don't know. I just think she's really, really, really pretty. And I think she's cute and she's charming. And so I think she embodies Miss Universe. Just kind of like Catriona. I can kind of like compare her packaging to Catriona, where it's like, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, she's got the personality, she's got the intelligence. And if you look through her Instagram, well, she has like 50,000 followers, and her Instagrams really show what she does on her off time. You see her with natural beauty shots, you see her advocate, she's actually like, fulfilling those advocacy and stuff like that. So I do think that she is gonna win, and I ain't mad at that because she is beautiful. So that's about it. What do you guys think? Who are you guys rooting for? And do you guys agree with me? Like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I hope by not putting your country in there, you're not mad at me, because that's how I feel. I'm very I'm very honest. It's my honest opinion. I mean, I don't care if the Filipinos are gonna drag me in the comment, or Thailand would drag me because I have Thailand as number 12. Please, I'm being honest. If your candidate was fabulous, and then great, But I do think that it's gonna come down to Panama, Brazil, Puerto Rico, and Spain. So those are the top 4. I mean, even with Costa Rica, I don't even think Costa Rica will win. I think she's gorgeous, but I do think that it comes down to those girls. So I could be wrong too, though. Then maybe Costa Rica is gonna be in it, and then maybe Brazil is gonna be number 5. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you think. Leave your comments, and let's all watch and all of this unfold. And hopefully that, this is gonna be a great show. So I'm excited, and I hope to see you guys soon. So please help me grow my channel, subscribe, and give it a like, write comments, and share it with anybody who cares. Till then, stay extra, stay beautiful, and we'll talk later.